So we know that f of x equals minus 2x over x minus 1. Or that y equals minus 2x over x minus 1. Now this might be a lot of writing right now, and do I necessarily write all of this? The answer is no, but I'm filling in the steps. Once you have the steps here, then you write a little less in terms of as you go down the interchange x and y. So x is minus 2y over y minus 1. Solve for y. So what am I going to do about this fraction? First I have to clear it, right? So I'm going to multiply both sides by y minus 1. So you get x times y minus 1 equals negative 2y. Remember, the goal is to solve for y. So you're going to have all your y's on one side, all your x's on the other. But I got to clear parentheses first. So xy minus x equals minus 2y. Or xy is equal to, move the x to the other side, minus 2y plus x. Now bring all your y's to one side. Xy plus 2y equals x. What's the trick? Factor out the y. So, factor out the y. So that y equals x divided by x plus 2. That's his inverse. I would have never guessed it, would you? So that f of inverse of x is x over x plus 2. And I'm going to let you verify that on your own. Well, I guess not. If I'm going to verify it, use f of f inverse of x, which would be f of the inverse So in F, I take out the x's, and I put in the inverse. And now I need to clear this fraction. So the x plus 2 goes. I get a minus 2x in the numerator. That's nice. The x plus 2 goes. I get x minus 1 times x plus 2. This gives me minus 2x over x minus 2, which is minus 2x over minus 2. Minus 2's reduce out. X, and it verifies. This is the easiest way to clear fractions when dealing with inverse, and that's because it's a created entity. It's a created entity. Oh, bless you. Oh, wait. So now what it wants us to find is the domain and range. So let's write down what our two functions are. F of x equals minus 2x over x minus 1. And then we said that F inverse was x over x plus 2. What's the domain of F? Okay, so he had you write it in
X can't be 1.
x can't be 1. So yeah, so we could either write it as, for me, all real numbers, x can't be 1, or minus infinity to 1, not including 1 to infinity. And what's the domain of the inverse?
X can't be -2.
Okay, x can't be -2, or again, minus infinity, -2 union -2 infinity. What's the range of the function?
X can't be -2.
No.
Oh,
What do we have to do? Begins with the letter F. Flip x and y. Remember, ranges are y values. So that says this guy goes over here, but instead of this being an x, it becomes a y. Now, if you put an interval notation, nobody knows the difference than whether or not you know x and y. So this then becomes all real numbers. Y can't be -2. And the range of F inverse is what?
can't be 1.
Y can't be 1. Inverses flip x and y. Inverses flip x and y.